Hello, nerds! Thank you for joining me here on Nerd News Clips. This is the second channel. This is the place for all of the short form content as well as the individual sections and just generally speaking smaller things. If you are into the longer form content, youtube.com/generallynerdy is the place to go see that. With that out of the way, let's get into this. Movie section is tiny. So let's get into it. We have one follow-up. It has to do with The Batman, and this one's just a box office follow-up. We have crossed the 700 million marker worldwide. That is huge. The only other DC-branded movies that have beat that number are the second two Christopher Nolan Batman movies. So Batman is DC's cash cow, and they need to lean into it with writers who know what the hell they're doing, because obviously that is working for him, and that's even with writers who only kind of know what the hell they're doing. So, I mean, Christopher Nolan movies aside, I'm talking specifically about Matt Reeves' Batman. Either way, that's pretty freaking huge. The only follow-up we have for the movie section, we do have one trailer that was just released last night, and that is Bob's Burgers. The movie has released its trailer, and it's been a couple of seasons since I've sat down and put Bob's Burgers in front of my face, but I remember a fair amount of it, and this looks like it is definitely going to be super, super fan servicey and awesome. So if you are a fan of Bob's Burgers, then you owe it to yourself to go watch that trailer, linked in the description. Then we have some news, and this one is a very strange piece of news, I'm not gonna lie. We have the announcement that The Crow is still apparently trying to happen, and Bill Skarsgard, aka Pennywise in the Annie Muschietti It movies, is going to be playing the lead. Now, depending on which source you're reading, those words are different. Some places are saying he's going to be the lead, very nondescript, the lead. There are a couple other sources that are saying he is going to be playing Eric Draven, which means they're going to be rebooting the series entirely. Both are strange choices. Second one more so, I think. Maybe create a new Crow story for a new character. That's one of those holy cows that I don't think that are sacred cows, whatever the saying is, that I don't think you should really screw with too much. I'm pretty sure even when it was Jason Momoa who was going to be playing the lead, that it wasn't going to be a proper reboot of the Draven story. That was the original comic book story too. So very interesting. We have Rupert Sanders also on board, so we have a director, and we have Zach Baylin on board as a scriptwriter. So it's actually moving forward. This is more announcement than we ever got when Momoa was attached to it. I think there were a few directors who were attached to it, but we never heard anything about screenwriters. So now that we have star, director, and screenwriter, sounds like there might actually be some legs to stand on here. Like I said, super quick movie section. We're into suggestions already. Movie suggestions for this week. We have Batman 1989, Michael Keaton with The Flash on the horizon. You need to re-up your Batman knowledge, at least as far as the Michael Keaton Batman is concerned, because the first 2/3 of this original Batman movie from Tim Burton, pretty comic book solid. There are some exceptions to that rule, but by and large, first 2/3, pretty awesome. That's not until the final third, when Warner Brothers got their dirty little mitts on it, that it became something else entirely. But definitely awesome movie. If you haven't watched it for a while, go watch it again, especially considering we are on the cusp of seeing Michael Keaton return to the cape and cowl in The Flash. So that being said, that's what we got for movie suggestions, nerds. Once again, this has been just a brief segment from the larger episode that has been posted over on the main channel, youtube.com/generallynerdy. Go over there for the long form content, or just subscribe here if you want it in bite-sized chunks. Thank you very much for joining me, nerds. We'll see you in the next one. Before we go though, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.